This perpetual development recommends that the universe is a mind-boggling trap of vibrations, and as the law of vibration proposes, nothing is really very still. All that exists is in steady transition. Human physicist Werner Heisenberg presented the vulnerability rule, expressing that it is difficult to decide both the position and speed of a molecule with accuracy at the same time. This progressive standard drove researchers to comprehend that, on a quantum level, matter doesn't have a decent structure, yet sways and vanishes in rushes of potential outcomes, returning as particles. Here, once more, we see the pith of the airtight idea. Matter is a transitory express, a flitting buildup of energy in steady vibration and change. These influxes of potential outcomes are really vibrations or changes of energy that structure the quantum field. At the point when we notice the way of behaving of particles, we find that perception itself impacts reality, modifying the vibration and recurrence of what is noticed. This suggests that the spectator and the noticed are interconnected in a vibrational field, where the onlooker's aim and cognizance can straightforwardly affect the result. The law of vibration is in this manner firmly connected to the law of mentalism, where brain and energy combine to make reality. Assuming actual matter vibrates, considerations and feelings, which are likewise types of energy, follow a similar rule. Neuroscientists and vibration specialists today concentrate on how cerebrum frequencies change as indicated by an individual's psychological state. At the point when we are loose, our cerebrum produces low recurrence waves, known as alpha waves, while conditions of high mental action and stress create higher recurrence waves, similar to beta waves. This psychological vibration influences our body, yet additionally the climate around us. Logical investigations demonstrate that contemplations and feelings produce electromagnetic fields that associate with other encompassing frequencies. Research led at the HeartMath Foundation in California shows that the human heart, for instance, produces an electromagnetic field substantially more remarkable than the cerebrum. This field vibrates as indicated by the individual's personal state, impacting both their own body and the climate. These discoveries propose that by changing our interior vibration through reflection, mental concentration, or goal, we can modify our internal state, yet in addition, the external world. Quantum researchers, including figures like Niels Bohr and Max Planck, contend that the universe is a sort of three-dimensional image where matter, energy, and cognizance are interconnected and structure a single huge vibrational web. In this way, the truth we experience should be visible as a projection of these quantum vibrations. Be that as it may, this obvious the truth is pliant, answering the aim and recurrence of the people who notice it. As Max Planck, the dad of quantum hypothesis and maker of the term quantum, expressed, everything is vibration. This idea of a quantum network interfaces profoundly with Hermeticism, which proposes that the universe is a psychological creation. Our outer reality reflects inside vibrations, and hence, by modifying our inward vibrational recurrence through otherworldly practices, we can likewise change our insight and the actual pith of the real world. Assuming we comprehend that matter and energy answer vibration, we additionally understand that we can change our existence by changing our inner vibrational recurrence. In quantum physical science, there is the idea of reverberation, where a higher recurrence can modify and lift a lower recurrence. This standard of reverberation is the way to raising our awareness and tuning into higher frequencies, like love, sympathy, and concordance. As per the law of vibration, our most elevated and most agreeable considerations and feelings adjust us to these most flawless, inestimable vibrations, making a condition of solidarity with the all. By developing a raised cognizance, we become, it might be said, full with general energy, permitting us to change our discernment, well-being, and, surprisingly, the occasions in our lives. In airtight idea, vibrations are not restricted to actual matter alone. Contemplations and feelings are likewise viewed as types of energy, each having its own vibrational recurrence. Envision briefly that everything around you, from the strong ground underneath your feet to the short-lived contemplations to you, is in steady movement, in an everlasting beat of energy. Today we dive into one of the universe's most mysterious and strong regulations, the law of vibration, the third airtight standard, which announces that nothing is very still, nothing is static, everything vibrates. This regulation, rising above societies and customs, is a fundamental key to figuring out the secret functions of the universe. From the old texts of Hermeticism to present-day quantum physical science, the possibility that everything is in consistent vibration has been a principal point of support for those looking to open the universe's secrets. The law of vibration is the third of the 7 airtight standards. These regulations structure the premise of the profound lessons credited to Hermes Trismegistus. This regulation welcomes us to see that development is the pith of all creation, and that there is no obvious strength in anything we see as issue. At its most profound level, everything is comprised of energy, and this energy is generally moving. This discernment was progressive in antiquated thought, going past what could be seen with conventional faculties. The possibility that everything vibrates isn't selective to Hermeticism. It resounds across different otherworldly practices. In Hinduism and the Vedic texts, for instance, Om is viewed as the early stage sound, the first vibration of creation that saturates the whole universe. Old Egyptians and Greeks accepted that understanding this enormous dance was fundamental for accomplishing concordance and shrewdness, as they perceived that the universe was in a steady condition of stream and change. Heraclitus, for example, expressed that everything streams, and that change is the main steady throughout everyday life. For Hermeticism, vibration is the extension between the apparent and undetectable, the physical and the supernatural. To this end, the law of vibration is key for figuring out the other airtight regulations, as it permits us to get a handle on how matter, brain, and soul interface. Matter is frozen light. This material world is basically light vibrating at an incredibly low recurrence. Each type of issue and energy has a particular recurrence, and this recurrence decides the qualities and truth of each item, being, or thought. Today, present-day physical science affirms what the people of yore intuited. In quantum physical science, it is perceived that the material world is made out of molecules and subatomic particles that are in steady movement and vibration. This perpetual development makes the truth we see, despite the fact that it is significantly more liquid and temporary than our faculties persuade us to think. For Einstein, who expressed that all that in the universe is energy and vibration, the material world and energy were just various types of a similar embodiment. This thought is outlined by the popular condition E rises to mc squared, where matter, m, and energy, E, are tradable. This guideline resounds profoundly with the airtight view that everything is a vibrational indication of a solitary principal quintessence. In outline, the law of vibration is one of the foundations of airtight cosmology, instructing us that the universe isn't an assortment of discrete, latent items, yet a bound-together field of energy in consistent movement. By perceiving this regulation, airtight professionals try to conform to the most elevated vibrations, both as a primary concern and soul, consequently climbing toward a more profound comprehension of the all. To comprehend the law of vibration top to bottom, it is fundamental to relate it to present-day science, especially to the field of quantum physical science, which uncovers how matter and energy, at their most profound center, are in consistent movement and vibration. Quantum material science shows that what we see as strong matter is really a dance of subatomic particles protons, neutrons, and electrons in consistent movement. These natural parts structure molecules which vibrate unendingly at various frequencies. This vibration happens even in the supposed rest state and is the underpinning of all matter. This implies that each item, whether a grain of sand or a star, has a particular vibrational recurrence that, along with different particles and energies, makes its obvious structure. Indeed, even molecules, when considered the littlest structure blocks of presence, are made out of much more modest particles. For example, quarks and gluons, which additionally vibrate continually. As Hermes Trismegistus instructed, the universe continually vibrating incorporates what we can see and contact, yet in addition our inward states. Here, the law of vibration turns out to be significantly useful. Understanding that our considerations and feelings transmit frequencies permits us to change our existence by changing our inward vibration. Current science has additionally explored and recognized the vibrational limit of considerations. Neuroscientists have found that the mind discharges electromagnetic waves relating to our viewpoints and close-to-home states. These waves, which can be estimated as alpha, beta, theta, and delta waves, address various degrees of mind movement. For instance, alpha waves are related with unwinding, while beta waves happen during snapshots of fixation and sensible reasoning. Each psychological state vibrates at an alternate recurrence, influencing both our body and the climate around us. A positive and helpful idea transmits an unexpected recurrence in comparison to one established in dread or cynicism. Clinician David Hawkins fostered a size of cognizance that actions the recurrence of different close-to-home and mental states. As per this scale, sentiments like harmony, love, and satisfaction have high vibrations, while feelings like scorn, disdain, and responsibility vibrate at lower frequencies. Hawkins noted, "Love and harmony vibrate at a recurrence sufficiently high to change the climate and lift one's cognizance." This rule talks straightforwardly to the force of the psyche to impact the vibrational field around it. Very much like thought, feelings are additionally vibrations that influence both our being and the outside world. Extraordinary feelings like love, appreciation, and empathy are waves that radiate from our body and brain, impacting everything around us. At the point when we feel outrage, jealousy, or dread, we create a denser, heavier recurrence, adversely influencing both our bodies and our environmental factors. A review directed by the HeartMath Foundation shows that the human heart creates an electromagnetic field that stretches out around the body and can be identified meters away. This field vibrates as per our close-to-home state. Feelings, for example, love and appreciation, make an agreeable and intelligent vibration, though stress and nervousness produce a turbulent and noisy field. The HeartMath Foundation recommends that developing higher feelings adjusts our framework, yet additionally emphatically impacts everyone around us. Subsequently, feelings are a sort of vibrational mark that we continually radiate. At the point when we are in a mindset of delight or sympathy, our vibrational field fits with the universe's energy, making an alluring field for encounters and individuals with comparable vibrations. The law of vibration is firmly associated with the renowned pattern of good following good, as though the pattern of good following good gets from it. Understanding this is the way to getting what one longings. Developing high recurrence feelings like love, appreciation, and empathy changes our vibrational field and places us in reverberation with a more agreeable reality. At the point when we pick raised considerations and taking care of oneself practices, our own vibration lines up with the universe's higher vibrations. This is the airtight guideline of discipline. By dominating our interior vibrational field, we ace our predetermination. As inside, so without. As we raise our vibration, our insight extends and instinct owns. Instinct is a method for getting data past judicious idea. In raised vibrational states, the cerebrum transmits theta waves related with profound unwinding and a cognizance level that works with natural experiences. Profoundly, the more we raise our recurrence, the more we line up with the rushes of the universe. Similarly, as a radio broadcast should be tuned to get a particular transmission, our psyche and soul should vibrate at an amicable recurrence to catch messages and instincts from subtler planes. Rehearses like quiet reflection and careful presence assist with calming the psychological clamor and settle inner recurrence, making space for instinct and clearness to arise. These minutes permit profound bits of knowledge to emerge unexpectedly, uncovering insights and headings that would somehow stay stowed away from cognizant comprehension. Love is generally perceived in different practices as the most elevated recurrence that a human can vibrate at. At the point when we feel love, not contingent love or connection, but rather widespread, genuine love, our cells, considerations, and feelings vibrate together as one with divine energy. This condition of adoration is portrayed by spiritualists and other worldly searchers as the experience of unity, where the deception of division disintegrates and we feel brought together with everything around us. Clinician David Hawkins, in his investigation of awareness levels, likewise underscored that the vibration of affection can change a whole valuable encounter. He characterized love as a strong recurrence that breaks up dread and can, in a real sense, mend both the individual who radiates it and the climate around them. According to the airtight viewpoint, when we vibrate in adoration, we join our singular energy with the imaginative energy, bringing light and mending not exclusively to ourselves, yet in addition to the system. One practice that raises our vibration to the degree of affection is the activity of sympathy. By coordinating sensations of adoration and understanding toward all creatures, including ourselves, we break liberated from low recurrence examples like judgment and outrage, making a vibrational field where the heavenly can show. Excusing, for instance, is one of the fastest ways of lifting our vibration as it discharges thick, close to home weights and opens us to the recurrence of affection. At the pinnacle of vibrational height, many report encountering conditions of unity. This is the second when, through profound contemplation, profound euphoria, or practices like yoga and qigong, we interface with a vast vibration where the idea of self and other vanishes. In airtight way of thinking, this experience is portrayed as a revisitation of the source, where the individual perceives themselves as an indistinguishable piece of the entirety. This experience prompts significant harmony known as samadhi, the condition of complete amicability with the all-inclusive vibrational flow. By raising our own vibration, we add to the shared mindset's vibrational rise. This idea, known as the morphic field by Rupert Sheldrake, proposes that every individual's activities, feelings, and aims influence the vibration of the entirety. At the point when we vibrate in harmony and empathy, we are in a real sense implanting these characteristics into the aggregate field, impacting people around us and making a more agreeable vibrational air. The job of raising the aggregate vibration is an otherworldly obligation and a demonstration of administration as we become channels for divine energy on the planet. As educated by spiritualists and sages, when we lift our own recurrence, we become a light that moves and stirs others. Someone summed up this thought by saying, "Be the change you wish to find on the planet." In this way, our otherworldly mission is to raise our own vibration, and thusly, we add to a more tranquil, cherishing, and associated world. Now that we comprehend we have the ability to adjust our world by changing our own recurrence, the subsequent stage is to figure out how to apply this information, practically speaking. The following are a couple of straightforward strategies. Careful words and considerations. Our words and considerations shape the sort of vibration we radiate. Each bad thought, each basic word, emanates a thick vibration that influences our physical and psychological wellness, as well as our current circumstance. Developing positive discourse and a helpful mentality builds our vibration. Contemplation practice. Contemplation is a training that permits us to change and lift our own vibration. This everyday propensity makes a psychological and actual equilibrium, orchestrating the vibrations of both body and brain. Associating with nature. Nature has unadulterated and adjusted vibrations. Strolling through a backwoods, lying on the sand, or jumping into the sea adjusts our recurrence to these normal energies. Numerous otherworldly customs suggest contact with nature for the purpose of recuperating and lively equilibrium, diet, and actual well-being. What we consume straightforwardly influences our vibration. Vegetable food varieties like new products of the soil convey a higher recurrence than handled and industrialized items. Really focusing on our well-being through cognizant eating keeps us in raised conditions of recurrence. By developing raised contemplations, unadulterated feelings, and an association with the higher self, we vibrate as one with creation. This is the genuine quintessence of the otherworldly excursion, raising our vibration until it reverberates with that of the universe, permitting us to encounter solidarity, all-inclusive love, and association with the all. May we recollect in each thought and motion that we are made of the very mood that moves the stars, of the very breath that gave life to the world. Much thanks to you for watching.